We left our microphone on all night.
Oh my god.
Crap.
And the camera.
That's not smart.
No.
So if we suddenly go quiet halfway through this video, you'll understand why.
That's why.
But you know what? It's Vlogmas, and we must go on. As you can tell by our appearance.
Yeah, you have an eyelash.
Oh, we're unshowered. But
yeah.
For daily videos, you're not always going to get us at our best.
No.
But if you can't accept us at our worst, you don't deserve us at our finest.
That's very true. And yesterday on our Christmas song video, there was a comment that said, Hannah, you have a great voice. However, you haven't been looking beautiful lately. So.
Just a reminder.
I'm sorry if I'm not looking beautiful right now. But that's not really my main priority. So it's just, this is what you're going to get.
This is what you're going to get. And we have a fun story for you today. Because we had definitely the worst Thanksgiving of our lives.
Yes.
And it was ridiculous. And it's now a fun memory that we're going to cherish. But in the moment, it was a rough night.
Yeah, we were a little bit grumpy when it was happening because you have this idea of what Thanksgiving should be. And our families, were both in Pennsylvania or in Minnesota. They were both celebrating together. And we were not with any of them. So we were already a little bit sad. And then the way that this Thanksgiving just turned out is perfect.
I think, we're not even going to put our title here because let's just get right into it.
Oh, okay.
So we were supposed to have Thanksgiving in Atlanta.
Yes.
That was the plan. We were a little bit bummed out about that, not being with our families.
Yeah.
But we were like, we'll do something fun.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving arrives, and we cannot get a reservation.
Because we didn't think ahead.
We didn't think ahead.
Yeah.
Our fault. Completely. So having a nice little, personal.
Fancy. We've never gone to a restaurant for Thanksgiving because our families have always done their own things at home. So we were like, this is different. It's fun. People do that. There's, there's restaurants that are doing big Thanksgiving meals and it'll be fun. And then
nothing available.
No.
And we were bummed out.
Yeah.
So we were like, you know what? Why are we staying here?
Yeah.
Let's just start the drive home and drive home a little bit more leisurely than a fast 2-day drive.
Because the way down had been 9 hours each day and it was a lot. So we figured we'll do 4 or 5 hours tonight on Thanksgiving, stop at a restaurant. Shane Googled a few that would be open. And then the next 2 days, we'll only have to do 6 hours a day.
Yes. So our goal was to get to Nashville or maybe a little bit further.
Yeah.
The leisurely drive idea was a failure. So we get on the road and it's nice in the beginning. But as we get to Tennessee, it begins to rain. The fog rolls in, heavy, dense fog.
Yeah.
The sun goes down at 3 p.m. I don't know if daylight savings affects Tennessee differently, but it was dark.
It was it was because there were a lot of clouds. The sun was already low. And it was 2:30 and I was like, Shane, is the sun setting? I think it was a combination of the sun was already low and then a storm rolled in that was so foggy.
So from 3 p.m. to 6 in the windy hills of Tennessee, it is white knuckle driving. Hannah is barely able to see the road because it's pouring fog and dirt. Okay.
Luckily there weren't a lot of other cars on the road. I wasn't so much white knuckle driving as Shane was white knuckle passengering. He was a little bit afraid. I was just listening to my podcast
and Taylor Swift.
And I'm leaning forward to see as far as I can. It was pretty funny.
Okay, so our dinner is kind of the thing getting us through this. We're you know what? It won't be the best dinner we've ever had. The only thing I could find open near the highway that wasn't fast food was an Applebee's.
Yeah.
And we like Applebee's, so we were like, whatever. We'll have a little funny Thanksgiving dinner at Applebee's.
Yeah. So we get off the highway.
Yep.
We drive to Applebee's.
I breathe a sigh of relief because,
we're off the highway.
We're off the windy roads. It's the rain had calmed down a bit.
We're driving down this small town road and we see Applebee's. And Applebee's looks awfully empty.
It looks dark.
But we think, maybe a lot of people don't eat out on Thanksgiving, and maybe the ones that do aren't at Applebee's. So it's probably fine.
So we pull in a lot. Hannah really has to pee, by the way.
Oh,
it's an emergency. She hasn't peed in a long time. We pull in, and it is very obviously not open.
Applebee's is not open.
Pitch black inside. So whatever website I looked at lied to me. Because they said Applebee's would be open.
And it wasn't.
And it was very much not. Across the road, glowing in the parking lot of a shopping center is a steakhouse.
Yeah. A roadhouse.
A roadhouse, yeah. I don't remember the name.
I don't remember either. It doesn't matter.
But it was like a chain, and it was very clearly open.
Yeah.
Even though there were like no cars in the parking lot.
Yeah. We saw someone walk in, like it was open. So we're like, yes.
So we were like, all right, whatever. We Googled it. The reviews were not good.
Not particularly.
Like 2 stars. And that is saying something. Normally, like a subpar restaurant has reviews of like 3. Yeah. This is like 2. Where you're like, all right, well, we might get food poisoning, but there's no other option.
There was literally, even Wendy's was closed. There were other things around, and everything was closed.
And I kid you not, while we're having this moment of like, oh, this is rough, we get texts, photos from Hannah's family and my family of our families having Thanksgiving
Miss
dinner.
You guys.
They're all like smiling and happy and laughing. Plates full of food, and we're just like,
we're in a rainy parking lot trying to find food. Yeah, we were like, oh, you.
So we head over to the roadhouse, and the following events transpire.
We go inside. There are maybe 5 other cars in the parking lot, and as soon as we walk in, there are 3 other parties waiting to be seated.
Which is odd. Which is like, you don't walk here?
And we look into the restaurant. Almost every table is empty except for the bar. There are probably the bar wasn't huge, people? But probably 10 people sitting around the bar.
Cheering for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes. There was a game on, I guess. and then there's literally 1 table with a couple sitting at it. So we were like, this is a little odd. And I think this restaurant thought that no one would come for Thanksgiving, which makes sense. But apparently a few of us showed up for Thanksgiving.
And the fact that they probably didn't have as many employees working that night, compounded the issue.
It became very clear that there was 1 waitress and the host person.
And maybe a chef.
Yeah, I don't know who was in the back.
We'll get to that.
So we check in with the host, and the guy says that it'll be a 20-minute wait. And I'm like, okay, well, at least I have a bathroom. At that point, I'm giddy because I see the restroom. So we're like, that's fine.
Whatever.
We sit down and we're waiting, and I get to go to the bathroom.
Which is good, yeah. And while Hannah's in the bathroom, I experienced the first little bizarre encounter. And that is another patron who was waiting to be seated.
No, he was waiting to pick up an order.
Oh, he was a DoorDash person. He is on the phone shouting at, I guess, his wife or a family member, that if only they had waited and let him make the buns, they would not be burned. Apparently, someone called him from home and was like, hey, I made the buns for our Thanksgiving dinner, and I burned them. And this guy is shouting at them, I told you not to make the buns. I told you I would make them. Now they're burned. And I want to see, I'm 2 feet away from him.
I came back for the tail end, and Shane is
I'm like, oh,
wide eyes.
So that was funny, and I was just whatever.
Really, there's our company for Thanksgiving. Another picture from Shane's family. We're like, oh, well, we're here. So finally, we get seated at our table.
Yes.
And the first thing, as we're being seated, the waitress asks what we want to drink. So I look at the menu and I see that they have strawberry lemonade. I love strawberry lemonade. I'm pleased. I order that. Shane orders a Blue Moon. The waitress...
Oh, God, this is infuriating.
Shane hates when this happens. But basically, the waitress, didn't hear him or didn't understand, wasn't clear. So she turned to me and she was like...
And for him?
No, she was like, lemonade, 2 lemonades or something?
Yeah.
Or she was like, is it strawberry lemonade or plain? And I was like, oh, strawberry. And she was like, for both of them? And I was like, oh no, strawberry lemonade for me. He said a blue moon. And she starts laughing.
She turned to me and goes, oh.
Yeah, she's like chuckling to
like
herself.
that, like, oh.
Yeah.
And this
that's all she said. She just like giggled.
No, she went, okay.
Yeah.
Like really over the top. Like, you know, she was shocked that I was an adult. And
or she thought you weren't and she was going to let you get away with it.
Yeah, it's something about my disability.
Yeah.
All right. She, after chuckling and kind of giving me the, goes 16 or 22.
Mm-hmm.
And I, thinking that she is asking me my age.
Because it was like this. Say I would like a blue, say blue moon. I mean, even though it was me saying he said blue moon.
Blue moon, please.
16 or 22.
Right?
It was exactly like that.
So I, in my state of like fury.
Shane's furious.
Thinking that she is asking me my age.
Uh-oh.
I very hurtly respond 27. Which, let's dive into that a little bit. Not only was I wrong about whether she was asking my age.
If you're not sure about this, she was asking the number of ounces that Shane wanted. Does he want a 16 ounce or a 22 ounce?
I even though I've answered that question at every restaurant I've ever been to, you blinked. I blinked.
You were furious.
And I was like, are you really asking me if I'm 16? So I told her my age. But I told her the wrong age. In my, blanking, I thought I was 27 years old. I'm 29. But I went there 27. And from her perspective, I just ordered 5 more ounces. Like that was not offered. So again,
and honestly, I thought she was asking age also because of the way it was said. I genuinely was like, "That's a really weird way to ask if someone's age."
Yeah,
because that's what it seemed like. And then when you said 27, I said, "Oh my god!" If she asks to see Shane's ID to prove it, she's gonna see that he is not 27.
29. So again, she goes, "Okay," and I'm like, "Oh." So she leaves, and that's
she's like, "Okay, sweetie."
That's when I turned to Hannah, and I go, "Can you believe that?" And Hannah goes, "She was asking about the ounces," and I was like, "Oh, it all hit me! It all hit me at once." I was like, "Wow, I messed that up as badly as possible." So whatever.
Poor waitress.
That was awkward and funny, and we laughed about that the whole night.
And then when the waitress came back with the beer, Shane explained to her, "I thought you were asking my age, which is why I said 27." And she was like, "Don't worry about it, sweetie."
She was like, "Don't worry, honey, you're fine."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, man, I'm going to chalk that up as a loss for me." But the night got even worse.
That was not the worst part. So Shane's embarrassed, whatever. I order a fried shrimp platter. Shrimp and fries.
Yeah. Which is like
one of my go-tos.
Breaded and fried shrimp.
Yes. Right? And I love that meal. What did you order?
I got 2 sides.
Oh,
which there were issues with. We'll get to that after. I ordered a loaded baked potato and brisket rice. Yes. Which sounded good.
Yes. So I got that. I also got a salad. So the food comes. The shrimp looked really, really good.
You were excited.
It smelled really good. I was like, oh yes, this is exactly what I wanted.
We were like, all right, we judged the book by its cover.
Yeah.
Like, this place looks awful. The reviews are terrible. Every interaction we've had so far is weird. But maybe the food is really good.
But this food looks good. And the shrimp, I will say, I took my first bite. It was fantastic. It was perfect.
Hannah dives into the shrimp.
I take a giant bite of the shrimp, and I'm chewing, and something is not right. I'm like pulling stuff out of my teeth. This is so disgusting. I'm like, what is in my mouth right now? And so I like pull some stuff out, and I'm like, oh my god, Jen, I think I like got some tail. Like I must have bit too far, which is like really weird because I didn't bite. I know that there's a tail on the shrimp, like I didn't go that far. And I was like, it must have been a really long tail, and I like got some of it. It's all in my mouth. So I'm like spitting it out. And then I I look at the next shrimp and I'm like, and I peel the breading off. The shrimp is not peeled.
It's shell on. Breaded fried.
The shells
shrimp.
are on. And
so I was like, no, there's no way. Like, it must be you picked the bad one.
Yes, peel some more.
Like, was it some more?
I peeled every single shrimp.
They all had all of their shell on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not a little bit, the whole
Yeah,
shell.
they were just not shelled. And so I was disgusted. I don't know if anybody eats like shelled, the shrimp with the shell on.
I don't think that's a thing.
I Googled it and it was like, do not, like, it's not dangerous, but it's disgusting. Like, it's not a thing. Because I was like, I don't want to say anything if this is like how they do it in Tennessee. Like, I don't know.
Maybe it's a local delicacy.
I literally was like, oh my God, is this a thing that people eat? Like, I'm so disgusted by it. So I peeled a couple of the shrimp and like ate them, but I couldn't eat them fried because the fry was like stuck to the shell. It was just like, it was terrible. I just ended up not eating the shrimp. And the waitress came back and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, the shrimp are not peeled. Like, the shells are on.
And the waitress, I feel bad. Like, she was working.
Yeah, exactly. It was one waitress.
She was working on Thanksgiving. It was overwhelmed. And, like, this is not about her.
Yeah.
But she kind of, like, lets out a sigh and goes, honey, that's just the way they come. Like, as if, like, she was so over it.
No, but she was like, they came that way. And I think what she meant is that they receive the shrimp pre-breaded and they just fry them, which makes sense. And this batch was not peeled. Like, I don't think she was saying our shrimp are always not peeled.
I think she was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, she was like, do you want more of them? And I was like, no, thank you. And she's like, do you want something else? And I was like, no, I had a salad and the french fries. I was like, I'll just eat this, it's fine.
And by now we've been there for like an hour.
Yeah, and we're trying to keep driving. So she very kindly took the shrimp off of our bill.
Yeah, which was nice.
Really nice of her because I just like gave them back.
And at that point I said the thing that had been wrong with my meal, which was that I'd only gotten my baked potato and not my brisket rice. My baked potato was cold.
It was so cold. It was like refrigerated.
I was like, oh man, they like barely cooked it. To the point where like the cheese that they put on, like the loaded aspect of it, never melted.
I might have a photo that I can put in if I have it.
So that was a little bit gross. But I was like, can I have my rice? And she was like, yeah. So she brought it. The rice ended up being rice with a can of Old Bay. Like, an entire can of Old Bay on top, which it was fine. It was food.
Yeah, it was 2 stars rice.
2-star rice. And it filled us up, whatever. So, yeah, we spent 2 hours, I think, at the Roadhouse.
Yes, we did.
And we couldn't believe it. Like, the whole thing, we were like, and we have this photo of us, like, that we sent to our family while they're carrying on and having a grand old time. We were like, here we are.
Yeah. We were not super happy when it was happening because we were just like, oh, this is so sad.
But now I'm like happy that it happened.
I know, because it's funny.
It's so funny.
It's a good memory.
Was there anything else?
But we were kind of upset that it happened. Like, we were grumpy. And I mean, we were still like laughing and it was fine, but we weren't laughing about it this much. And so we were like, I just want to be home. Like, this is so annoying. Like, everybody's home. And so we drove like 4 more hours. Like, we just drove late into the night, like me furious, just being like, I'm going home. And then the next day we had 12 hours to go. And we were like, we can do this.
We powered through.
And we drove the entire time. We got home at like 12:30
It was like
a.m.
after midnight. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the end, not a leisurely drive home.
No.
A very odd Thanksgiving dinner.
But
one that we'll remember forever.
Exactly.
What did you do for Thanksgiving? We'd love to hear.
We would love to hear.
Tell us your better stories.
Yep.
All right. That was a long...
it was a long story.
You guys got a long one.
I know. Happy Vlogmas.
You're welcome. Don't forget to enter the giveaway below.
Yes.
Another giveaway.
Bye.
Bye.